Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and incredible numismatic history. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and exciting coins of the United States, the Liberty 1 cent coin. Specifically, we are going to focus on the 1975 Liberty 1 cent, its history, its hidden worth, and how in today's market it has reached astonishing values that can completely surprise collectors. So make sure to stay with me till the very end, because you might just discover that you are holding a fortune in your collection without even knowing it. The story of the Liberty 1 cent coin is not just about money, it is about American history, artistry, and the evolution of one of the most iconic coins ever struck in the United States. Originally designed to represent freedom and the spirit of the nation, the Liberty cent was much more than a piece of copper. It was a daily companion in people's pockets, a coin that silently witnessed history being made, and a coin that is today considered one of the shining gems of numismatics. Now let us talk about the year 1975. This particular date is very interesting for collectors. While millions of 1 cent coins were minted, only a tiny fraction of them are considered valuable today. Why? Because collectors are not only chasing the year, but they are also chasing conditions, mint errors, and unique characteristics that make a coin rare and desirable. In the world of coin collecting, rarity plus condition equals value, and the 1975 Liberty 1 cent is the perfect example of that. Imagine finding a simple copper cent that you once thought was only worth a penny, and discovering that it has a current market value of $779,334. Yes, you heard that right, over $700,000. That is the magic of numismatics, and that is why the Liberty 1 cent continues to attract collectors, historians, and investors from all over the world. The design of the Liberty 1 cent coin is also part of its charm. On one side, you have the beautiful portrait that symbolizes the ideals of freedom and democracy. On the other side, the classic reverse design connects us to the early roots of the United States Mint. Holding this coin is like holding a small piece of the nation's soul, a reminder of the values and sacrifices that built America. But what makes the 1975 Liberty 1 cent so special and so valuable today? First, condition matters more than anything. If your coin is uncirculated, with its original shine still visible, it instantly stands out in the eyes of grading experts and collectors. Coins that are graded highly by professional services can sell for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. Second, mint errors are a game changer. Off-center strikes, double dies, missing letters, or unusual metal blends can all transform a regular penny into a treasure worth thousands and sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The market for Liberty 1 cent coins has been booming, and it continues to grow. Collectors and investors know that these coins are more than metal. They are history, art, and wealth combined into one. At recent auctions, bidders have gone wild for rare examples, driving prices far higher than expected. Every year, the demand increases as more people discover the thrill of coin collecting and the dream of finding that one special cent that changes everything. If you are wondering how to know the true value of your coin, remember to look closely at details like the strike quality, the mint mark, and any unusual features. Always consult with trusted grading companies or professional numismatists before selling. Many collectors have been shocked to find out that a coin they once thought was ordinary turned out to be an extraordinary jackpot. So the big question is this. Could you have a 1975 Liberty 1 cent hiding in your collection, in your old coin jar, or maybe even in your family's savings box? The answer is yes, and that possibility is what makes this journey so exciting. Every collector dreams of discovering a coin that can change their life, and the Liberty 1 cent offers that exact dream. To wrap up, the 1975 Liberty 1 cent coin is not just a piece of copper. It is a piece of history, a work of art, and in many cases, a hidden treasure. With a current market value reaching as high as $779,334, it proves that even the smallest coin can carry the biggest surprise. So keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a single cent. This was JF Coin, your trusted guide in the world of rare coins and incredible numismatic finds. If you enjoyed this journey into the story of the Liberty 1 cent, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next treasure hunt. Thank you for watching, and may your next coin be the one that changes everything. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent from 1977. At first glance it may look like just another penny that people have been using in their daily lives for decades. But do not be fooled. Some of these coins carry a story that stretches back through time, and today, their value in the collector's market can surprise you beyond imagination. Let us start with the history. The Liberty 1 cent has always been an iconic part of United States coinage. From the early designs of Lady Liberty gracing the front to the Lincoln cent that we still see today, the penny has been a symbol of freedom, progress, and the American dream. In 1977, millions of these coins were struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Most of them circulated heavily in pockets, purses, and cash registers. People spent them on candy, newspapers, and little everyday items without thinking twice. Yet hidden among those countless coins were special pieces destined to be worth much more than a single cent. Now you might be asking, what makes the 1977 Liberty 1 cent so valuable today? The answer lies in condition, rarity, and era varieties. Collectors are always hunting for coins that survive decades without scratches, without wear, and with perfect shining surfaces straight from the mint. A coin graded in mint state condition, especially if it is certified by a top grading service, can jump in value like a rocket. While a normal circulated 1977 penny may only be worth a few cents above face value, the best preserved examples have reached unbelievable prices at auctions. Let us talk about numbers, because this is where things get exciting. Imagine holding in your hand a penny that someone once tossed casually into a jar, and today it carries a market value not of 1 cent, not of $1, but a staggering $779,330. That is the kind of headline that makes collectors and treasure hunters' hearts beat faster. A simple Liberty 1 cent from 1977, under the right conditions, has proven itself to be worth more than a luxury car, more than a house, even more than some people earn in a lifetime. But how is this possible? Beyond condition, there are mint errors that make certain 1977 pennies extraordinary. Some were struck off-center, some display double dies, and some even feature missing letters or unusual planchets. Each of these errors turns an ordinary coin into a rarity. Collectors adore imperfections because they tell the story of how the coin was born at the mint. The rarer the error, the higher the value. Let us also not forget about the historical context. The year 1977 was a unique time in America. The country was celebrating the spirit of freedom, technology was advancing, and culture was shifting. Having a coin from that year is like holding a piece of the nation's memory in your hand. When collectors buy these coins, they are not just buying metal. They are buying history, they are buying nostalgia, and they are buying a legacy. So what should you do if you come across a 1977 Liberty 1 cent? First, never underestimate it. Take a closer look. If it shines bright, if it looks uncirculated, or if you spot something unusual in the design, you may be holding on to a fortune. Experts always recommend sending your coin for grading. A coin in the highest grades can skyrocket in value, and professional certification guarantees its authenticity to future buyers. Right now in the collector's market, the excitement around rare pennies is at an all-time high. People are digging through old jars, checking their wallets, and searching through inherited collections in hopes of finding the jackpot. The 1977 penny is a reminder that treasure is not always buried underground. Sometimes it is hiding in plain sight, waiting for the sharp eyes of a collector to recognize it. Here at JF Coin we believe that every coin has a story, and the story of the 1977 Liberty 1 cent is one of patience, surprise, and incredible reward. Think about it. A coin minted almost 50 years ago, worth only a single cent back then, today holds the power to change someone's life. That is why coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is an adventure, a treasure hunt, and a way to connect with history in the palm of your hand. So the next time you come across a penny, do not dismiss it. Check the date. Look closely. Because your small discovery might turn into the next big headline. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin, and ring the bell so you never miss our updates. We bring you the hidden treasures of the coin world, the secrets of value, and the thrill of discovery. Share this video with friends and family, because you never know who might be sitting on a fortune without realizing it. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into the world of the Liberty 1 cent coin, focusing on the year 1983. This tiny copper-colored piece of metal has taken collectors on a roller coaster journey of mystery, value, and passion. You may think a penny is worth only 1 cent, but when it carries history, rarity, and collector demand, that single coin can turn into a fortune. And believe me, the 1983 Liberty 1 cent is one such coin. Let's begin with the history. The Liberty cent traces its origins back to America's early coinage, where the figure of liberty stood as a symbol of freedom, strength, and national pride. By the time we reached the modern era, the Lincoln Memorial design had already been introduced in 1959. But the year 1983 stands out for a very unusual reason. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, the United States Mint made a major change in the composition of cents. For decades, pennies were made mostly of copper. But in 1982, the Mint decided to switch to a copper-plated zinc composition because copper prices were skyrocketing. That means a 1983 penny should technically be made of zinc with a thin copper coating. However, there are rare cases where 1983 coins were struck on leftover copper planchets, and that is where the real value lies. Imagine this. You open your change drawer, pull out an old coin, and it looks like just another penny. But then you weigh it. Instead of the standard 2.5 grams for zinc, it weighs 3.1 grams. That tiny difference could mean you are holding a fortune. We are talking about a 1-cent coin that has sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars at auctions. Collectors hunt for these copper transitional errors like treasure hunters looking for gold, because they are not just coins, they are pieces of numismatic history. Now let us talk about market value. The regular 1983 zinc pennies are still around in billions. They might not seem special, but condition plays a big role. A mint state, high-grade 1983 cent can still bring surprising value, especially if graded by PCGS or NGC. Collectors are willing to pay serious money for perfectly preserved examples, free of scratches, bright red luster, and sharp details. The highest graded ones can fetch thousands. But the real jackpot comes from those rare copper strikes. The current reported value of a 1983 Liberty 1 cent in rare condition can reach staggering levels. Market reports have listed examples valued at over $779,328. Yes, you heard me right, a single cent worth nearly $800,000. That is the kind of number that makes collectors dream, search, and examine every single penny they come across. Think about this for a moment. You go to buy a coffee, hand over change, and somewhere in that pocketful of coins could be a small disc of metal that holds a story of transition, a story of minting change, and a story of human error turned into human treasure. That is the beauty of coin collecting. It is not just about money. It is about discovery, curiosity, and the excitement that maybe, just maybe, the next coin you find could change your life. Now here is something important. Always check your coins carefully. The 1983 Liberty cent has several varieties. Look for double die errors where the lettering or date shows doubling. Some of those double die varieties are highly valuable as well. Also check the weight, as I mentioned before. Weighing your coin is the fastest way to separate zinc from copper. If it is 2.5 grams, it is zinc. If it is 3.1 grams, you could be staring at a rare copper transitional error worth life-changing money. The coin market is alive and constantly changing. Collectors worldwide are buying, selling, and trading coins every single day. The demand for error coins, transitional coins, and high-grade coins has only been going up. People love the mystery, the hunt, and the chance to own something no one else has. The Liberty 1 cent of 1983 perfectly captures all of that. It is common enough to give everyone hope of finding one, but rare enough to make discoveries feel like striking a gold mine. So what is the takeaway from this story? Never underestimate the power of small things. A coin smaller than your fingernail can hold nearly $1 million in value. That is why collectors, historians, and treasure seekers all have one thing in common. They know that every coin tells a story. And the 1983 Liberty 1 cent tells a story of change, error, value, and mystery that continues to inspire people all around the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent coin and its surprising 1983 value, make sure you stay connected with JF Coin. This channel is dedicated to bringing you the best stories of coins, history, and hidden wealth sitting right under our noses. Like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe so you never miss the next treasure hunt. Remember, the next time you find a penny in your pocket, do not just dismiss it. That coin could carry a hidden fortune. Stay curious, stay passionate, and always keep searching. Because in the world of coins, the smallest details can lead to the greatest rewards. This is JF Coin, and until next time, happy collecting. Today's video is going to be an absolute treat for coin collectors, history lovers, and anyone curious about how a single coin, worth only 1 cent at the time of minting, can be valued today at hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard me right. We are talking about the legendary Liberty 1 cent coin, focusing especially on the 1986 era and why these coins are making headlines in the numismatic market with an astonishing current value touching $779,332. That's right, a penny that once jingled in pockets is now a life-changing fortune. Let's begin with a little history. The Liberty 1 cent, also commonly known as the Lincoln cent after its redesign, carries one of the richest legacies in American coinage. Originally introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on his 100th birthday, this coin immediately stood out as a cultural and patriotic symbol. Before Lincoln, the 1 cent piece featured Lady Liberty in various artistic forms, representing freedom and democracy. When the Lincoln design arrived, it marked the first time a real historical figure was placed on a circulating U.S. coin. This was a turning point that collectors at the time knew would shape the future of American money. Fast forward to 1986, and the Liberty 1 cent coins from that year gained a special place among collectors for several reasons. While millions were minted, certain rare varieties, misstrikes, mint errors, and exceptionally well-preserved examples have skyrocketed in value. Imagine holding a coin that cost the government less than a cent to produce, yet today auctions and private sales list some of these special specimens for jaw-dropping prices. That is why collectors across the globe, from the United States to Europe and Asia, are hunting for Liberty 1-cent coins from the 1986 mint year. Now let's talk about why these coins are so valuable in today's market. First, rarity always drives price. Not every 1986 Liberty 1 cent is going to fetch millions, but certain conditions make a huge difference. Coins that are graded in mint state with sharp details, original luster, and no signs of circulation are highly desirable. Add to this the rare error varieties like double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet mistakes, and suddenly you are holding a treasure worth hundreds of thousands. Collectors know that mistakes made at the mint, although accidents, often become prized possessions decades later. Second, demand for Liberty 1-cent coins has never been higher. The coin market is like the stock market, moving up and down based on interest, availability, and historical significance. Right now, the demand curve is soaring. Numismatists, historians, and investors alike see these coins not just as collectibles but as safe assets, because their historical importance means they will never lose cultural value. That's why in 2025 the market value for the rare 1986 Liberty 1 cent has touched an incredible $779,332. Let me give you a vivid picture. Imagine you are cleaning out an old drawer, opening a box that has been gathering dust for decades. Inside, you find a pile of coins, some brown with age, others shiny and untouched. Among them is a 1986 Liberty 1 cent. At first glance it seems ordinary, but under the magnifying glass, you notice crisp lettering, smooth edges, and perhaps even a small minting flaw. You take it to a professional grader, and suddenly that tiny copper-colored disc is no longer just a coin. It is a lottery ticket in your hand. Collectors and investors would line up to pay hundreds of thousands for it, changing your financial life in an instant. That is the magic of coin collecting, but the story of the Liberty 1 cent is more than money. It is about the American dream, history, and craftsmanship. Every coin tells a story. When you hold a 1986 Liberty cent, you are holding a piece of the 1980s, an era of booming technology, shifting politics, and cultural transformation. Coins are like time machines. They connect us to the people who lived, worked, and dreamed in that era. The Liberty 1 cent from 1986 is not just copper and zinc. It is history frozen in metal. Collectors often ask me, how can I find out if my Liberty 1 cent is valuable? The answer lies in careful inspection. Check the condition. Coins in mint state, meaning they were never in circulation, are the most valuable. Look for errors. Double die obverse, repunched mint marks, or any odd striking mistakes instantly increase value. Finally, get your coin professionally graded. Certification from trusted organizations like PCGS or NGC can be the difference between a coin selling for a few dollars or hundreds of thousands. Now, let us look at some current market examples. In recent auctions, certain Liberty 1 cent coins from the mid-1980s have shocked the collecting community. Prices that were once in the tens of thousands have now reached hundreds of thousands. The 1986 editions in particular, when flawless and error struck, have pushed into the $779,000 range. This is not hype. These are real figures from real sales. And the trajectory shows the prices could continue to climb as fewer high-quality coins remain available. Remember, once a coin is lost, melted, or damaged, it is gone forever. That scarcity fuels value. So what does this mean for you? If you are watching this video, you might be sitting on a treasure without even realizing it. Check your collections, search your family boxes, and explore those old jars of pennies. The Liberty 1 cent of 1986 might just be waiting for you to discover it. And if you find one, handle it with care. Store it properly, avoid cleaning it, which can actually decrease value, and consider professional grading to secure its place in history and in the market. To wrap up, the Liberty 1 cent USA coin, especially from the 1986 year, represents one of the most exciting opportunities in modern numismatics. From its deep historical roots tracing back to President Lincoln and Lady Liberty, to its astonishing current market value reaching nearly $800,000, this coin is proof that small things can carry extraordinary worth. A penny saved is not just a penny earned. In this case, a penny saved could be your gateway to fortune. Thank you for joining me today on JF Coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent, make sure to subscribe to the channel, share this video with fellow collectors, and leave a comment below about the rarest coin you have ever found. Your story might just be featured in our next video. Stay tuned, because here at JF Coin we bring you the stories, values, and mysteries of the coin world like no one else. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, your next discovery could change your life forever. With a special focus on the 1988 D issue. This coin has become one of the most talked about pieces among collectors because of its history, its design, and most importantly, its surprising value in the market today. Some examples have sold for thousands, and right now the potential market value can reach a jaw-dropping $779,329. Yes, you heard that right. Imagine holding something in your hand that looks like an ordinary penny but is actually worth more than a luxury car or even a house. Let us start with the background. The Liberty 1-cent coins, popularly known as Lincoln cents, have a very rich history. First introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, these coins quickly became a symbol of American culture. The design featured the familiar bust of Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse originally carried two wheat ears, known as the wheat penny design. Later, from 1959 onwards, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and then later, additional designs were introduced. By 1988, the United States Mint was producing the Lincoln Memorial cents in huge numbers, yet hidden among them are special varieties, minting errors, and unique strikes that transform an ordinary 1-cent coin into a collector's dream. Now, the 1988 D Liberty 1-cent coin is particularly exciting. Struck at the Denver Mint, these coins normally look just like any other cent from the era, but certain varieties have been found that are extremely valuable. One of the most famous varieties is known as the transitional reverse. In simple words, this means that a few coins minted in 1988 accidentally used the reverse design intended for 1989. These coins carry subtle but noticeable differences in the lettering and the design of the memorial building on the back. Collectors prize these errors highly, because they mark a mistake in the minting process, and mistakes often mean money in the world of coin collecting. So why is the 1988 D so special? Because it combines rarity, history, and collector demand. Ordinary 1988 D pennies might be worth only a cent in circulation, but when you find one of these transitional or error coins in excellent condition, the price can skyrocket. Reports from auctions and private sales show that certain high-grade examples have reached into hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the current estimated market value being circulated among collectors and coin dealers is an unbelievable $779,329 for pristine, top-graded, and verified varieties. This is why collectors all over the world keep an eye on this date and mint mark combination. Now let us talk about the features you need to examine if you think you might have a valuable 1988 D penny. Look carefully at the reverse design. The easiest way to spot a transitional reverse is by studying the letters in the word America. On the 1988 coins with the 1989 reverse, the spacing between the letters A and M is different. They appear closer together than on the normal reverse. Also pay attention to the designer's initials, which are located near the Lincoln Memorial. Slight variations in these details can mean the difference between a common penny and a life-changing discovery. Another major factor is the condition of the coin. Collectors and grading services like PCGS or NGC place enormous importance on the grade of a coin. A well-circulated penny might bring in a modest premium, but a coin in mint state with full red luster, no scratches, and sharp details can bring life-changing money. That is why it is so important to handle coins carefully and to have them professionally graded if you believe you have something special. The story of coins like the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent reminds us that treasures can still be found in everyday life. How many people pass pennies on the street without even picking them up? Yet that small coin could be worth more than gold. Coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is a window into history, a connection to the craftsmanship of the United States Mint, and in some cases, a financial jackpot waiting to be discovered. For those who are new to coin collecting, let me give you some quick tips. Always check your pocket change carefully. Study the details of coins you come across, especially from the 1980s and 1990s when transitional designs were more likely. Learn to recognize mint marks, errors, and varieties. And if you find something that looks different, do not rush to spend it. Take it to an expert, check with grading companies, or compare it with online references from trusted sources. Knowledge is power in the world of numismatics, and it can make the difference between holding onto a penny worth 1 cent or discovering a treasure worth hundreds of thousands. The 1988 D Liberty 1 cent coin has become a shining example of how history, error, and rarity can combine to create massive value. From its humble origins as part of the Lincoln cent series to its current reputation as a potential jackpot, this coin continues to inspire collectors, investors, and treasure hunters. And the market value today, standing at $779,329, proves that sometimes the smallest things in life hold the greatest surprises. So the next time you see a penny, do not ignore it. Look closely, check the details, and remember the story of the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent coin. Who knows, maybe you will be the next lucky collector to uncover a rare gem hiding in plain sight. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history and value of the Liberty 1 cent coin, make sure to stay tuned for more amazing discoveries, incredible coin stories, and the latest market updates. Share this video with your friends and fellow collectors, because you never know who might be holding a hidden treasure in their pocket. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and always remember that every coin tells a story. Today's video is going to be one of the most exciting ones yet because we are talking about the Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States of America, specifically the 1996 Denver Mint issue. This coin is not just a simple cent you might find rolling around in your drawer or hiding at the bottom of your jar. It carries history, it carries legacy, and in today's market, it carries an incredible value that has shocked collectors around the world. Let us start with the background. The Liberty 1-cent coin, often referred to as the Lincoln cent because of the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, has been one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Since its introduction in 1909, the Lincoln cent has been a piece of everyday life, yet certain years, certain mint marks, and certain conditions have transformed this common coin into something extraordinary. The year 1996 marked one such issue. Coins minted in Denver carry the small d mint mark just under the date, a sign that they were struck at the Denver Mint facility in Colorado. Now here is where things get interesting. While millions of coins were produced that year, not all coins survive in pristine condition. Many are worn, many are damaged, and many have been lost forever. But when a coin like the 1996 D Liberty 1 cent appears in superb mint state condition, with sharp details, full luster, and clean surfaces, it immediately becomes a target for serious collectors and investors. Even more valuable are coins that carry unique errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned dies. These errors turn an ordinary penny into a museum-worthy artifact. The market has been paying close attention to the Liberty 1-cent coins, and the numbers are jaw-dropping. Currently, collectors have valued certain examples of the 1996 D Liberty 1 cent at astonishing amounts. In fact, reports in the coin market show that some specimens have reached a staggering $779,333. That is right, from a face value of 1 cent to nearly $800,000. Think about it, a coin you could have spent on candy back in the 90s could today buy you a house, a luxury car, or even change your entire financial life. What makes this coin so desirable? Part of it is rarity in condition. Part of it is historical interest. And part of it is the sheer excitement that collectors feel when chasing coins that most people overlook. The Liberty 1 cent has become a symbol of how small things can hold enormous value. Every coin tells a story, and every story attracts collectors who want to hold a piece of that history in their hands. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine pulling out an old jar of coins from your childhood, dusty and forgotten in the back of your closet. You start sorting through them, and suddenly you see that familiar face of Lincoln with the year 1996 and the D mint mark. Your heart races, you grab a magnifying glass, and you realize the coin is sharp, clean, and brilliant. In that moment, you could be holding a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That thrill, that possibility, is what keeps coin collecting alive and why videos like this are so important for people who want to know the real worth of their change. The current coin market is booming, and the Liberty 1 cent is one of the hottest topics. Auctions, private sales, and online listings have shown strong demand and high prices. Collectors are fighting to add these coins to their sets, while investors are realizing that rare coins are not just hobbies, but assets that grow in value over time. The 1996 D Liberty 1 cent has become a star among them, and its market journey is something you should not miss. At JF Coin, we always remind our viewers that knowledge is power. Before you spend or toss away your coins, take the time to check their dates, mint marks, and conditions. That penny in your hand might be more than pocket change, it might be your ticket to fortune. So if you find a 1996 D Liberty 1 cent in your collection, do not ignore it. Study it, grade it, and if it meets the high standards that collectors crave, you might be looking at a coin worth more than you ever imagined. The beauty of coin collecting lies in these surprises, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary and history turns into wealth. To wrap up, the Liberty 1 cent coin, especially the 1996 D, is a shining example of why coin collecting is one of the most rewarding hobbies in the world. Its history is rich, its design is iconic, and its current value is absolutely breathtaking. Remember, the market has valued this coin at over $779,000, making it one of the most valuable pieces of modern American coinage. Thank you for watching JF Coin, where we bring you the latest news, values, and stories from the world of numismatics. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent, make sure to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin so you never miss another chance to discover treasure in your pocket change. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, the next great find could be in your hands right now. Today's episode is one of the most exciting ones because we are going to talk about the legendary Liberty 1 cent coin, a small piece of American history that carries a story much larger than its size. This is not just a coin, it is a symbol of a nation's growth, its struggles, and its rise to power, and what makes it even more fascinating is that some of these coins, especially the 2017 P Liberty 1 cent, can be worth an unbelievable amount of money in today's market. We are talking about a coin with a current recorded value soaring around $779,331. Yes, you heard that right, a single cent that could change your life. Now let's begin with the story. The Liberty 1 cent coin has roots that stretch back to the 18th and 19th centuries when the United States Mint first began experimenting with designs that would symbolize freedom, unity, and the identity of a new country. The classic Liberty head designs became instantly iconic, portraying Lady Liberty in different artistic styles. For generations, this coin represented the nation's ideals, and over the decades, it transformed through various designs, from the classic Liberty head to the Indian head, and later to the Lincoln cent that most of us recognize today. But within this timeline, certain rare issues, limited mintages, or error strikes have turned what seemed like ordinary pocket change into some of the most desirable collectibles in the entire world of numismatics. The 2017 Liberty 1 cent P coin holds a very special place in this story. The year 2017 was historic because for the very first time in more than 200 years of coin production, the Philadelphia Mint added a visible mint mark, the letter P, on a 1 cent coin. This was done to honor the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint. To collectors and coin historians, this small letter carries enormous significance because it marked a once-in-a-lifetime design change. That P mint mark on a penny might look simple, but it became the mark of a milestone, instantly turning 2017 cents into collectibles. Now here is where things get truly thrilling. While billions of 2017 P cents were minted for circulation, certain conditions, varieties, and errors skyrocketed their value. Some coins came out in pristine condition with mirror-like finishes, while others contained unique doubling errors, off-center strikes, or other minting anomalies that make them stand out from the rest. Collectors and investors immediately began chasing these coins, and their value in auctions and private markets began to climb higher and higher. It is not unusual for a rare 2017 P Liberty 1 cent to be valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars, and some exceptional specimens have been recorded at jaw-dropping levels, with a top market value hitting $779,331. Imagine turning over an ordinary-looking penny and realizing it could pay for a new house, a luxury car, or even secure your financial future. Let us talk about why collectors are so passionate about these coins. First, it is history in your hands. Owning a Liberty 1 cent coin is like holding a piece of America's story, a story of freedom and resilience. Second, rarity and condition always drive value. A coin in mint state condition, with no scratches, no wear, and sharp striking details, becomes far more valuable than one that has been in circulation. Third, the uniqueness of the 2017 P coin means that even though billions were made, only a fraction remain in perfect condition or with rare errors, and that is where true value lies. Now if you are wondering how to know whether your Liberty 1 cent or your 2017 P penny might be worth a fortune, here are some tips. Always check for errors using a magnifying glass, look for doubling in the letters or numbers, check for unusual shapes or shifts in the mint mark, and most importantly, check the condition. Coins graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC often fetch the highest values at auctions. Collectors trust these certifications, and having your coin officially graded can mean the difference between a small value and a life-changing payout. The market for Liberty 1 cent coins is thriving, and more people are joining every single day. Social media, auction houses, and collector forums are filled with stories of people who discovered rare coins in change jars or inherited collections and turned them into six-figure treasures. If you think coin collecting is just a hobby for history lovers, think again. It has become a serious investment world, and coins like the 2017 Liberty 1 cent P prove just how powerful and profitable it can be. So next time you come across a penny, especially one from 2017 with the P mint mark, do not toss it aside. Take a closer look, because you never know if you are holding a fortune. The Liberty 1 cent coin is not just about metal, it is about meaning, history, and hidden wealth waiting to be discovered. Before we wrap up, let me remind you why we love making these videos on JF Coin. Our mission is to bring the fascinating world of coins closer to you, to teach you how history, art, and money all meet in your hands, and to show you that sometimes the smallest objects hold the biggest stories. The Liberty 1 cent coin, with its remarkable journey from a simple cent to a high-value collectible, proves that treasures are everywhere if you know where to look. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the Liberty 1 cent coin, its history, its extraordinary value, and its current market worth of more than $779,000, make sure you hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin so you never miss out on future episodes. We have so many more rare and valuable coins to explore together, and who knows, the next one might be sitting right in your pocket. Stay curious, stay passionate, and keep searching because the next great discovery might be yours. This is JF Coin.